Gently singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars may lull a baby to sleep, but beyond the confines of the Earth's atmosphere, words aren't exactly accurate. A correct, albeit less soothing rendition might be amidst gigantic luminous ball of gas, and I took that from Catherine Zuckerman. Welcome to the new one, Astro-science. My name is Brian Listower, and today in this episode, I'll be taking you through the stars. What do you see when you look up at the skies at night? Dots of light all over, right? Yeah, those are called stars. But the way you see them on Earth differ from the way you see them in space or when you get close to them. Let's get started. A star is a luminous ball of gas, mostly hydrogen and helium, held together by its own gravity. And present in the cause of these stars is nuclear fusion reaction that helps the star or support the star against gravity and help the star to produce heat and photons. There are many stars in our galaxy, and these stars are visible to the naked eye during the night. Historically, stars were grouped into patterns which we call constellations, and examples of these constellations is the constellation Big Dipper and the constellation Orion. The life of a star begins with the accumulation of gas and dust which collapsed under gravity and started to form billions of years ago. The process can take about millions of years for the star to be completely formed. An example of a star is our sun. It's kind of impossible for us to give an exact number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. But all I can say for now is that there are about 250 to 500 billion plus or minus stars approximately in the Milky Way galaxy. Apart from the sun or our sun, all the stars you see during the night in the skies are all stars, and they are light years away from the Earth. Stars happens to be the building blocks of all galaxies. The color of stars differs from one another due to temperature differences. The hot stars are mostly white and blue, or white or blue, and the cooler ones are orange or red hue. The stars are made up of hot gases, and these gases are mostly hydrogen and helium, which happens to be the lighter elements. A star shines by burning hydrogen and helium in its cores, and later produce or create heavier elements. And astronomers use spectrograph to determine elements in a star. All stars shine to produce, or all stars burn to produce light and energy through nuclear fusion, using the energy stored in the tiny nucleus of an atom or the tiny nucleus in the center of an atom. 4 seconds, a sun like ours or a star like ours converts 4 million tons of its materials into heat and light by the process of nuclear fusion. As the end of a star is close or near, all the hydrogen found in the star is then converted into helium, and this helium sinks the core of the star and rises the star's temperature and causes the outer shell of gases to expand. The swollen star becomes, or is now known to be, a red giant. The temperature needed for hydrogen to be burnt in a star, or the temperature needed for hydrogen burning in a star, should be approximately 10 million Kelvin before a star would be called a star. It should be very hot, or the star should be very hot, because if it fails, it will be called a brown dwarf. Some examples of stars. We have Sirius, we have Betelgeuse, we have Rigel, we have Vega, we have Antares, we have Arcturus, we have Sigma Draconis. These are some examples of stars. Finally, let's look at some fun facts about stars. 1. The stars you see in the night skies are bigger and brighter than our sun. 2. Our sun is a dwarf star. 3. Hot stars appear blue and cooler stars appear red. 4. You cannot see millions of stars on a dark night. 5. Stars don't twinkle. So you might ask, well, want to change your lyrics when you are singing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Stars. And know this, stars are not small. They are very huge and gigantic, as said. Stars are very important because they lit up the skies at night, and without stars, life would be impossible on Earth. This brings us to the end of the 4th episode of the new one, Astro-science, and I hope that this episode had impacted something into you. Don't forget to hit the notification and subscribe button for the next episode of the new one, Astro-science. My name once again is Peter Analyst. Stay safe, have a great day.